Well, we have a divisional type matchup, but it's not really divisional. It's just single elimination. We got the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, who used to play with the Bills, now quarterback the Patriots. And Drake Maye, who used to quarterback the Patriots, quarterback the Bills. Let's see what's going to happen. Patriots have rebuilt. They have Stephon Diggs also. Next.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
In motion goes the tight end. To the air right away is May. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third down, it's May. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 9 yards that time.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
From the gun, it's May. And this is Cook with the grab. And taking it
nice pitch and catch. Drake Maye hits Dalvin Cook's brother. He has his own name, but we like saying Dalvin Cook's brother.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
He'll wind up getting right about
Drake Maye has his running shoes on today. Bills better be ready for this. Josh Allen can also run for the Patriots. We shall see.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Motion man is Shakir. Throwing here is May. Has his man, it's Shakir. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers. playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Davis will try to run for it.
He could go, but will he? He won't. But he come close.
The 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. May.
This time, nowhere to go.
He goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Anthony Jennings gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field.
He didn't have enough time.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Second and 15.
From the shotgun, May with it. And this throw
couldn't hold on.
The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
May drops, throws it short, and it will be 4th down and 8, and they will be going for a field goal.
And that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, let's see if they get the points. The kick is up, and it is
Pass is good.
good.
Opening drive yields 3. A pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
Fish.
And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now Allen. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Allen off the play fake. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him.
That was some great pressure, and there was also great coverage.
What we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll run it. This is from Andre Stevenson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He'll let this go deep for Bull.
What a catch!
Inside the 25.
Wow.
And he is down deep into Buffalo.
I'm trying to figure out where is
Play there for New England. 44 yards.
A very early momentum changer there.
Stephon Diggs. Is he on there? He should be out there.
Down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Big time, big play.
There's a 1st and 10 at the
There's Diggsy right there at the bottom.
Throwing now is Allen.
He's not even looking his way.
Once again to Bourne. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Patriots were one of the worst teams last season. Now this season they're one of the best. See if they can keep it going.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Nice. It's a touchdown. Hunter Henry. Josh Allen looked very good on this drive and on that play in particular. He's moving. He's doing everything right. He threw off his back foot, but it made a touchdown for the Patriots, and they've taken the lead.
In certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Can Drake Maye stay in this game?
Scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
When they review it, it's like they see something. That's a touchdown. Catch. Tap. That might not be a touchdown.
Getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Upon.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown.
So it's a touchdown. It's official now.
Joey slides the extra point.
You want a Josh Allen on your team, or Joe Burrow, or Pat Mahomes. You want one of those type of guys who will make plays with their legs, move.
Yards in 7 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown.
Buffalo, they're one of those teams who can win 2 or 3 games in a round and then fizzle out before it gets to the big one, before it gets to the championship games, the Super Bowl. That's their MO.
Joey slide now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation.
6s and 7s, that's for sure.
You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
Nice play. Drake Maye.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. Defense, they got to do much.
Plenty of time left in this half.
Shorter routes. First down, here's the
Nice stick by the defensive tackle or the linebacker, whoever it was.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, May.
Another completion, Drake Maye, and he gets more yards. First down for the Buffalo Bills.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Slot man moves right. Here's May. Shakir holds it in. And he's got this down.
Another completion by Drake Maye. He's looking very good this year. He's not a superstar yet, but if he keep playing and keep winning, he will become one.
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw with May. This to the tight end.
I think in order for them to stop what they're doing, they're going to have to start putting some pressure on him. Rough him up a little bit. That's for most quarterbacks. You get some pressure on them and you start hitting them, they feel it, and then they get a little scared.
To throw, it's May. Completes it to Coleman.
I thought that was intercepted the way it looked. Buffalo is getting close.
And decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
To the air, May. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
We definitely will see. Delvin Cook, touchdown Bills. I keep saying Delvin Cook, so I'm used to seeing Del. They look alike a little bit.
The first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied.
This is a very good game here, folks. Patriots, if they lose, they have a.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive. It was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown.
The fans getting loud here. Yeah, if the Patriots lose, well, they're going to lose anyway. Well, what I'm trying to say is if they lose, this will be the last game for Josh Allen. So they better get what they can out of this. They're going to be a different team next season. Sometimes you want to lose for a couple of years to build, get some players in there that can make up for your losses. They didn't do it. They won right away. in their second year.
They watched the other side just score, but remember, last time they were out, they scored as well.
Josh Allen looking very good. He's going to take whoever. He played with to the playoffs. He does that. What a play there. He could go even further.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26. And
what I like about the Patriots is they pass the ball a lot. Buffalo passed the ball a lot. Some teams just keep running the ball, like Minnesota in this game. And they're supposed to be a passing team. That was almost intercepted.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this to
getting close to the first down again. Stephon Diggs really don't want to be here anymore. They're not throwing the ball to him. I'm surprised he's not making a fuss about it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Allen to throw once more. Flushed out right.
He gets the first down. What a play.
Good enough for a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to throw.
They going to get him maybe? Yes. Hello. Welcome to the playoffs. Bills trying to move on again to the 3rd round.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen now looks to throw. Forced out to his left.
Allen will get half of that back.
His way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Another run. Josh Allen. But they're going to go for the field goal to try to tie it up.
Well short of the first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt.
Kick is up.
Sly able to put this one through.
And it's good. It's a 10-10 game.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special.
It definitely is so far.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Taking a shot for Samuel.
Oh, that was close.
Knocked away and incomplete. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Allen. He completes it to Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Allen from the gun on third down. That is caught, and he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10. Now Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From midfield, here's Allen. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion.
Now that Patriots sideline not happy with what just transpired, and they're going to throw out the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
Sly on for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5. Throwing here is May. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Patriots coming in here, taking a lead. We're getting close to the fourth quarter.
Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
It's getting kind of iffy for the Patriots now. Make that for the Bills.
Pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Booty.
So they make the decision to kick it on 4th and inches.
A boot.
That close, and they decide not to go for it.
Well, but short of going for it, I think they got as good of a result as they could have gotten.
Yeah, if you're not going to go for it in that situation, yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's 2nd and 7. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. Now right to Bourne. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to Baker. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
1 quarter left.
Back now in Buffalo. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. And again, it's Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Look made by Terrell Bernard. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people will question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Here's Maye. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
5:26 left in the 4th. Will it be overtime? We shall see.
For the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. They had the short field and they didn't quite work it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. finish all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Allen to throw it. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To the air, Allen. Short pass caught by Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This 2nd and 4. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this down to the 36.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big...
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
On any first and goal, the real estate, the work rate for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Second down, goal to go.
On play action, Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game.
To throw is Allen. They'll try and run. Stevenson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So the Bills now down by a field goal, a little under 1:50 remaining. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Quick throw there is incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw.
That is caught by Shakir.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep it from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his
48 seconds left. Who will win this game in the end? Buffalo is at the 24. They can win it with a touchdown.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field.
They have 2 timeouts left, now 1. They might just so many options. Drake Maye is doing it. What a game does this become?
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. To throw, it's May.
Good play by the defense.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
He's going to run it.
If they can.
He's going to get it. He's got a touchdown. Bills. Drake Maye.
What a game this has been and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays.
Didn't know Drake Maye had it in him, but he has it in him.
Might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And definitely this is a steal. Josh Allen.
Now for the point after.
He's got to get a touchdown with 34 seconds left.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
The Bills make me wanna.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
New England has all
This is 1st and 10.
3 timeouts.
Allen.
Got to get out of bounds.
And
He
he's
does.
out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Plenty of time. 2 timeouts left.
Allen.
Make it 3.
And that will be incomplete.
That doesn't hurt.
Showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Allen.
Call the timeout quickly.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker.
You still got another timeout. If you can get it to the 10, you can get it in the end zone and win this game. This would be a miracle. And we've seen them in Buffalo lately.
Here's 1st and 10. Allen.
Screen does not help.
Screen for Stevenson.
It doesn't help. That does not help.
Their third and final timeout.
You got to throw the ball in the end zone for
Their
this.
respective sidelines. We take
That
a
play made no sense. Is that Chris Jones?
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Here it is.
It's incomplete. So their final drive comes.
And the Bills win.
The ball game is over. This one came right down the wire
Drake Maye has done it. Amazingly, he beat Josh Allen, and the Bills go on to round 3.
They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
And so long, everybody. Final score, the Bills 24 and the Patriots 20. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.